having Anthony Davis back to help shoulder some of that load, take it off the back of LeBron.
Artesia High School, Arizona State University. That's a good entry underneath, and the easy bucket by Day-Ron. AD, and he'll face the basket. Anthony Davis missed 17 games. He's 2 for 2. One in below 500 again. They start the night in the 8th spot, wedged in between Minnesota and the Clippers in the standings. Well, there's Harden, counted in the foul. As good as anybody in the league at drawing the contact, was coming over too.
Yeah.
Avery might have been fortunate. That might have gone down the other way. Pocket pick. Here comes Bradley 3-on-1. Bradley, lob, throw it down, LeBron.
Why, LeBron?
Nice 3-on-1 for the Lakers. Of course, they fell behind early by 15 Christmas time at home against this team. That's a nice little jumper by Kessler Edwards. It's been a defensive regression over the last month or so. Russ attacks, backhand layup is good. The speed of Russell Westbrook. Russ had 24 in Miami in that loss where the Lakers were down by 20 plus, a good portion of the game, and brought it down to 4 late. Nearly pulled it off. Underneath, here's LaMarcus, throw it in, count it. There's the L train, LaMarcus.
Read all of those because they had really some nice opportunities there. So the Lakers were a little negligent in the rebound department.
Especially from Bruce Brown and Aldridge. Carmelo Anthony, the triple-double of the season.
And that time, speaking of a double, they tried to double him from the top and they allowed him to drop to the baseline. You don't want him spinning away from where the double team is coming from.
Driving Harden, throws it up and in. He's going to get another and one, kisses it. I recall last time, I think Carmelo was at Barclays Center. He was in the crowd. It was for Dwayne Wade's last game there. A ball rolled to him. He was in the stands. He came out and fired it. He did not. Is a little bit more like it out here for the Lakers. You got Austin Reeves in the game after Brooklyn scores a bucket. And the Lakers are up by 2. Under a minute to play, LeBron just turn and score. Going base, he's got the ball. Good feed to Malik, and the reverse dunk is good. Now the Lakers have numbers, and LeBron's going to take it to the basket at the other end. Count it! It should count at the end of the quarter. Phoenix or Milwaukee, the 2 great finalists last year, but if not for a toe on the line by Kevin Durant last year for a 3 in the conference finals.
But we're just waiting, though.
All the way, lay it up and in, and around LeBron goes
Boxing out on the defensive rebounds.
Underneath, so out of the timeout, as you would suspect, they season. Just the other night, though, he had 5 points on a 1-for-5 night. Carmelo goes all the way to Monk, who lets it fly and rattles it in.
Well, Malik Monk is really...
Finally,
yeah.
Patty Mills.
But they don't...
Laker lead is 12. Biggest lead was 14. Patty Mills, catch, shoot. So he's off target here to start. That's Bembry going the other way to score. DeAndre Bembry, timeout. NBA history. That's it, 17 threes away from Reggie Miller. As AD misses the 4-point switch at the other.
Rockinger.
He's one of 3 active players with at least 8,000 field goals made.
Monk is on fire.
Feels like he's got about that many. It was either going in or AD was going to control it. Mills in rhythm. Look out. Turnover. That's good, no look. Good look away pass. The finish by Aldridge.
They turned that turnover. The Lakers already turned that into 6.
So a little even Steven where that's concerned. Got to get a bounce, and it does for Avery Bradley. It's laid plans. Taken away. Here comes Harden. He bumps into LeBron. He throws it up and in. So the turnover and the score. Austin Reeves might get a look. Haven't seen Kendrick Nunn yet, but for the most part, everybody else is there with AD back tonight. They've got a 62-53 lead. Avery Bradley swishes it through.
Just through.
Minute and a half into the 3rd quarter. That's good bounce and no Laker defense. They're all looking around at each other too. Taken away, that's the 5th Laker turnover. They just reached out and grabbed it. Patty Mills kicks it. It's going to be Bembry, who had 15 points on Christmas. Boy, running right into the defensive Russ. Russ knew he was going that way. 6 to shoot. Mills, tough shot around Stanley Johnson. Brooklyn. Again, tied for second in the conference. Lakers need a timeout. It's a
screen for Malik Monk. They didn't even respond to it and left LeBron open on under the bucket.
And the beat goes on for James, and Harden at the other end off the glass. And Malik Monk will bring it in for Russ. Russ holding on to it. And he's going to get it right back from Johnson. A little two-man game.
Now they're standing. The Lakers are just standing around now, though.
And LeBron's going to settle for a 17-footer. Nothing but net.
Got another offensive rebound. Just couldn't convert on it. Now they got LaMarcus Aldridge trying to guard LeBron. So LeBron just waiting for someone to make a move to the rim.
And Russ counted in one.
And there it was right there as Russ.
Tied with Ja for the most fast break points, where he picked up the game and carried the Lakers to any victory that they had. Patty Mills. We're in Brooklyn tonight. We'll be in Philly in a couple of nights. Russ, good little change of pace and score.
And Anthony Davis returns to the game with those 4 fouls. I didn't think we'd see him until probably the fourth quarter, if at all.
And he has played 18 minutes. The give, the go underneath, and the lay-in as Carmelo and did the same thing. So this is a team, obviously, that crashes the offensive boards. Carmelo. Austin Reeves doing work, gets an offensive rebound for the Lakers, and it results in 3. Shooting 40% from beyond the arc, and that's well above what Brooklyn gives up on the air. They give up the opposition only 32%. Second in the league as Johnson settles one in from Patty in this series. Still a good game by the Lakers turnover-wise, but that's laid up and in by Mills. Nice to see him come in and really contribute in the scoring department. 94-82. LeBron, bit of a do-or-die try, and the jumper's knocked down by Johnson.
Well, LeBron
going back to the third quarter, yet they still lead 94-85. Made some free throws in the time. Westbrook, other than Malik making the shot before.
Yeah, that in the John
that time.
He didn't miss that one, did
LBJ.
Boy, he read that play and he shot the gap.
Right, yeah, did it again.
2 in a row.
Here comes LeBron.
Boy,
bounce underneath, and that one is thrown down by Edwards with a late comeback that ultimately fell short on Christmas. Russ, they're going to let him shoot it off the glass to score. Brooklyn has now allowed at least 100 points in 23 straight games. That was always going to be the issue with them, defense. Although they shocked it's going to be nearly thrown off of Stanley Johnson. Good play by Stanley on his back. Here comes LeBron again to lay it up and in.
That's
good play by Stanley.
Yeah, good play by Stanley.
For the other way with Harden. Harden has his triple-double tonight. 33, 12, and 10. LeBron James, 33 minutes, most on the team for the Lake Show tonight. LeBron now dumps it into AD, getting in some needed reps. Baseline jumper, tapped around. Austin's there to get it as Stanley helped keep it alive. The offensive variety.
He did get his first hoop on that.
Oh, he did.
Last play.
Yeah, he did. Excuse me. Well, you know, you look at the stat monitor, and it's what, 5 minutes behind? Although we were just showing a replay of him scoring, weren't we? 106.
You would if you had played.
Yeah, probably. Here's the ball over on the wing.
What was your career high in assists? 1?
That one's knocked down from 3. I will say this: it's more than about his stats. Here's the ball into Bazemore. 10-point game. Under 30 seconds left. Final thoughts, Stu, on this one?
Well, the final thought was it's good to have AD back. The pickup from the bench by Malik Monk was big time. So I take LeBron for granted because he's just been